Alright guys, I'm back with my review of the TNA Impact Wrestling show for March 28th, 2013. It's open fight night, and I just got done reading my notes. And I was looking over the matches, and there was 3 matches on this entire show. Unless I'm missing one, yeah, 3 matches. So I have to say this was an average show. I didn't really think it was bad or anything. It had some entertaining stuff here. I didn't really care for the whole Hogan-Sting stuff. The Westriscoe, Garrett, Bischoff, Doc match I didn't really care for either. Just a lot of Garrett Bischoff in that match. Main event was okay, so with only 3 matches, I gotta say this was an average show. But it starts off with Jeff Hardy coming out. And he says he's got to call somebody out, so Bully Ray interrupts him with the aces and eights and says Hardy doesn't want to call him out. And Anderson takes the mic and says, is this guy getting another second chance? The rules don't apply to him as long as he keeps moving merch, but he's a disappointment. So Hardy attacks Anderson, the aces gang up on him. Bully gets ready to hit him with the chain, and Angle, Samoa Joe, Magnus, and Eric Young make the save. So Hardy calls out Anderson for the main event. We get Chival and Hernandez coming out, and Chavo's acting weird, son. It was just very strange here, but they call out Daniels and Kazarian. Winner of the match becomes #1 contender for the tag titles. There's only 3 teams. So Bad Influence actually hits their the move where they jump into the ring, and Daniels does the headbutt move, and Kazarian hits the leg drop. And they hit it on Chavo's arm. They're working his arm the entire time, so I thought that was a nice touch. But Hernandez hits the double backbreaker again. He pounces Kazarian off the ramp, and Daniels goes for Angel's wings, but Hernandez hits the shoulder block on him. Chavo hits the frog splash for the win. Pretty much it. I mean, this was actually a good match. I liked this. And then it shows this lady in the audience who had pink hair just doing this, which I thought was really funny. And we see Taryn Terrell backstage getting dressed. She says she has a good idea who she's going to call out for open fight night. They couldn't wait until she was done changing. Really? An Impact Instafact. I guess this is something they're going to start doing. It's like WWE's Did You Know? Because people love those. I don't know why they do things like this, but we see Taryn Hot Mess Terrell, which I guess is her nickname since it's what it shows in her little Titantron video. And she calls out Gail Kim. Gail says she's been rubbing a lot of people the wrong way, and Tara comes out. They both attack Taryn Terrell. Velvet runs out to make the save. That was pretty much it. I'm wondering where the other knockouts are. Madison Rain, ODB, Tessmacher. They have some good knockouts, but they can't use them all because they only get 1 knockout segment a show. And so it's kind of like they have to take turns. Right now it's Taryn Terrell's turn, and everything's going to be focused on her, so they can't do multiple knockout segments a show. So until they're done with this, maybe they'll bring Madison Rain back. Who knows? But it's like all the other girls just have to sit on the sidelines until this whole angle is over. Taryn attacks Gail backstage, and Velvet has to hold her back. Next week is Gut Check with Adam Pearce versus Magno. Sting's backstage. He's starting to act crazy again. And Hogan tells Hardy he handpicked Bully Ray for the lockdown match, and since he made a mistake, he's going to let Hardy pick the stip for the rematch. He hears Sting's music, and he leaves. And Sting's in the ring and says since Hogan will talk to him, he's going to call him out for open fight night. So Hogan comes out, and Sting says if he doesn't accept his apology, things will get nuclear. Hogan says it was Sting's fault. He picked Bully Ray, and Sting says Hogan has to stop blaming him. Hogan tells him to get the hell out of his ring, and Sting says, make me. And Hogan rips his shirt. This is so sad. And then security gets rid of Sting. This, I'm trying to watch my language here, and this was just pathetic. I mean, I cannot express just how sad and depressing this is. Who in the hell wants to see Hogan versus Sting in 2013? That would be a colossal waste of time. I can't even believe they're doing this much. And it's building towards Sting versus Hogan. Hogan rips his shirt off to no reaction. And it's so sad. It looks so bad. I mean, do these guys watch the footage of themselves out there and think, this is good? This is what people want to see? Or maybe they're so delusional, they do think that. I do not understand the logic behind this. If it's not going to build to a match, then what's the point? And if it does build to a match, it's going to be a horrible, horrible piece of shit match. So, it's lose-lose. I really just don't understand this at all. Sting's leaving. Security's taking him out of the building, and Matt Morgan says another Hogan mistake, and Sting stops, but then he just keeps going. James Storm comes out and calls out AJ. AJ's standing in the crowd, and Storm says we can talk about this or we can fight about it. And the Aces and Eights attack Storm, and AJ leaves. Eric Young and Angle run out to make the save, and Angle challenges them to a 6-man tag for open fight night. So it's Angle, Storm, and Eric Young versus Westriscoe, Garrett Bischoff, and Doc. Another you can't wrestle chant for Garrett. Taz actually says on commentary, we call Garrett Bischoff Bish in the clubhouse. And Kennelly says, that's cute. Totally own Taz with that. What happens here? Angle hits the Angle Slam but gets distracted by D'Lo. Garrett tries to hit Angle with the chain, but he ducks, gets Garrett in the ankle lock, and Wes runs up and rolls Angle up for the win. I didn't care much for this match. Like I said earlier, way too much Garrett Bischoff here. Bully's talking about Hardy, and Anderson just freaks the hell out. He starts hitting the table with the hammer, and he says that he's going to lose his freaking mind tonight. I don't know what's got him so pissed off, but next week it's Sanjay Dutt versus Mason Andrews versus Petey Williams in an X Division match, so that should actually be pretty interesting. And I also think TNA's first pay-per-view, those taped pay-per-views they're doing, is on the 8th. So if I can, I'll definitely watch that and do a video for it. We get the main event, which is Hardy versus Anderson. Anderson bumps into the ref on purpose. And while he's down, Garrett brings in the hammer. Because, hey, let's get Garrett Bischoff on this show as much as possible. So Hardy ducks the hammer, hits the Twisted Stunner, grabs the hammer, he uses it on Anderson and Garrett, getting disqualified. He hits Anderson with a chair, brings in a table and a ladder. He puts Anderson on the table, he's about to dive off the ladder, but Bully Ray runs out and pulls Anderson off the table. And Jeff Hardy says, it will be a tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs match, Full Metal Mayhem. So that's the stipulation for the Bully Ray Jeff Hardy rematch, which I'm happy about. I like that stipulation. And it should be a good match with Jeff Hardy and Bully Ray. Bully Ray's been on fire. So I am interested in that match. Everything else on this show, besides the main event and the tag match, was really just average. So actually, I have to say this is a below average show, just because 3 matches and a Hogan Sting segment. My God, I cannot get over that. I mean, if they were putting Hogan out there and it was going to be somebody else who could maybe bring him to a good match, like Austin Aries, and just make Hogan look good somehow. I mean, if anybody could do it, it would be someone like Bobby Roode or Austin Aries. But it's Sting. I mean, he can't do anything either. So what the hell would that match consist of? Hogan throwing some punches, maybe taking a Stinger splash. He can't take any bumps. He can't even do the big boot. What the hell would happen? I don't know. Maybe I do want to see it, just to see how terrible a match can actually be. between Sting and Hogan in 2013, just to see if it exceeds my expectations on the shit scale. But anyways, that's my review of that episode of TNA Impact Wrestling. So I hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this episode in the comments, and thanks for watching.